Since the dawn of time, humanity has told stories, tales of gods and heroes, love and tragedy, battles and betrayals. These stories shaped civilizations and still echo through our world today. Welcome to the Story Vault, your gateway to the ancient myths and legends that refuse to be forgotten. From the mighty Olympian gods to the darkest corners of the underworld, from legendary battles to timeless love stories, we bring the past to life, one story at a time. I am your storyteller. Call me Mr. Brain. And together, we're about to travel through time into the myths, legends, and secrets of the ancient world. So join me. Let's unlock the vault and step into the world of legends. This is the Story Vault. Imagine flying higher than anyone in history. The wind rushing against your face, the earth shrinking beneath you, and the golden sun lighting your way. For a moment, you feel unstoppable. But then, in a single instant, everything changes. Your wings begin to melt, the sky turns against you, and the sea waits below. This is the story of Icarus, a tale not just of flight, but of ambition, pride, and the tragic cost of ignoring wisdom. In the heart of ancient Greece lived Daedalus, a man known as a master inventor, a genius craftsman whose creations defied imagination. Yet, even the greatest minds can become prisoners of their own world. Daedalus and his young son, Icarus, were trapped on the island of Crete by the powerful king Minos. Their prison was not bars of iron, but walls of politics and power. But Daedalus had a plan that would challenge the very laws of nature itself. Using feathers from birds and wax as binding, Daedalus crafted wings unlike anything the world had ever seen. With them, he and his son could soar into the skies, escaping their prison and claiming freedom. But Daedalus, wise and cautious, knew that freedom came with danger. And so he gave Icarus a warning. Do not fly too low, or the sea will drench your wings. Do not fly too high, or the sun will melt the wax. Stay in the middle path, and you will survive. These words would soon be forgotten. At first, their escape was perfect. The two lifted off the cliffs of Crete, their wings beating strong against the wind. Below them, the ocean stretched endlessly. Above them, the sky opened wide. For Icarus, it was pure ecstasy. He felt the rush of freedom, the thrill of flying, the illusion of invincibility. Higher and higher he climbed, ignoring his father's calls to stay near. The sea seemed too small, the middle path too ordinary. And then, he rose closer to the sun. The warmth of the sun turned to heat. The wax that held his wings together began to soften, to drip, to vanish. Feather by feather, his freedom was stripped away. Icarus flailed desperately, but the sky had betrayed him. And in a moment of silence, broken only by the sound of crashing waves, he plummeted into the sea. The waters swallowed him whole. His father, Daedalus, watched in despair, powerless to save his son from the fate he had tried to prevent. The tale of Icarus is more than a tragedy. It is a mirror reflecting the choices we all face. Ambition is not evil. In fact, ambition gives us the courage to dream, to build, to rise. But ambition without wisdom becomes pride. And pride blinds us. It makes us deaf to advice, blind to risk, and ignorant of balance. Icarus flew too high, not because he wanted freedom, but because he wanted more than freedom. He wanted greatness without restraint. And that was his undoing. In our world today, the story of Icarus repeats itself every day. Entrepreneurs who rise too fast and collapse overnight. leaders who ignore warnings and drag nations into ruin. Even ordinary people who chase shortcuts only to fall into despair. The lesson is clear. Success without wisdom is fragile. Like wings of wax, it cannot last when tested by the heat of reality. The tragic tale of Icarus reminds us, dream boldly, but fly wisely. The sky is vast, but balance is the path that leads to survival. For ambition is a fire. It can light the way forward, or it can consume us whole. To dream boldly is necessary, for without vision there is no progress. But to temper that dream with wisdom, humility, and balance is the true key to survival. The sky will always be vast, limitless, and inviting. But only those who fly with courage and caution can reach their destination without falling to ruin. Imagine a love so powerful it could move the gods themselves, a love so deep it defied death. This is the story of Orpheus and Eurydice, one of the most heartbreaking tales in all of Greek mythology. In the ancient world, there was no musician greater than Orpheus. His songs could tame wild beasts, calm raging rivers, and even make stones weep. But above all, his music captured the heart of a beautiful nymph named Eurydice. Their love blossomed quickly, and soon they were married. But happiness in Greek myths rarely lasts. On their wedding day, Eurydice wandered into a meadow where a deadly serpent struck. Within moments, she fell lifeless to the ground. Orpheus was devastated. He refused to accept her fate. With nothing but his lyre, Orpheus descended into the dark realm of Hades, the land of the dead. His music echoed through the shadows, so haunting and beautiful that even the Furies wept. Cerberus, the three-headed hound of hell, lay down peacefully. Finally, he reached the thrones of Hades and Persephone. Orpheus played his song of love and loss. Even the cold heart of Hades was moved. The Lord of the Dead agreed to release Eurydice, but under one strict condition. Orpheus must not look back at her until they both had reached the world of the living. And so they walked. Step by step, Orpheus led the way through the dark tunnels, his heart racing. He could hear Eurydice's footsteps behind him, but doubt gnawed at his soul. Was she really there? Was it a trick of the gods? Just as the light of the upper world appeared, fear overcame him. He turned around, and in that single moment, Eurydice vanished, forever. Orpheus fell into despair, wandering the earth, singing songs of sorrow until his own tragic death. His story became a timeless reminder of love's power, of trust, and of the heavy price of doubt. Even today, the name Orpheus is remembered as the man who loved so deeply, he dared to challenge the underworld itself. And that's another tale unlocked from the Story Vault. I'm Mr. Brain, your storyteller, and if you enjoyed this journey through the ancient world, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell, so you never miss the legends waiting to be told. Until next time, keep your mind curious and your heart open to stories, because the past is never truly gone. It waits here in the Story Vault.